The Olympics Show on OTB Sports with Indeed, proud partner of Irish talent in Tokyo.
Chris Waddle. Oh, you're kidding me.
September.
Kyle Lafferty.
Are you joking me?
Is that right?
I know, it's not right.
Anybody else?
Leash, was it?
Like, that is one of the most stupid questions.
Darius Vassell?
Seriously, you all need to just stay quiet. This is getting really annoying doing this quiz.
What is going on here?
Welcome along to the shoutiest segment on Irish radio. It's the scintillating, it's the stupefying, it's the splendido, crappy quiz. Every week we pit three of team off the ball up against each other in our no-holds-barred quiz of sporting factoids. However, today we have a very special edition of the quiz for you as we pit three Irish Olympians up against one another. Allow me to welcome today's very special contestants. Our first contestant couldn't go anywhere without being stopped for a selfie in the aftermath of his performance at the 2016 Olympics. The hassle got so much that he eventually had to resort to putting his t-shirt back on. It is, of course, the first man to win a badminton match for Ireland at the Olympics. Scott Evans, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good. Are you confident? Are you approaching this with a level of trivia prowess?
No, absolutely not.
I like your confidence. This is the sort of arrogance that we need to bring to the quiz here. Our next contestant today is the man who inspired Andrea Pirlo to walk into the hairdressers and say, "Can I get the Mick Clohisey, please? It's the greatest hair in Irish sport, marathon man, Mick Clohisey." How are you, Mick?
All good, yeah. Thanks for having me on. Looking forward to the few questions being fired at me.
Are you going to give us the big one here, considering Scott didn't? Are you going to put your neck in the line here and say you're going to win this thing?
I know I'll play my cards close to my chest, but I'm glad to hear that Scott's in a similar position to me. We obviously haven't been swatting up over the weekend, so
our last contestant.
Rely on our prior knowledge.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think your knowledge is just about good enough. I think we will see. We'll put it to the test in just a moment. Our last contestant today is the Robbie Keane of Irish hockey, minus the cartwheels and roly-polies. It is Ireland's record goal scorer, Shane O'Donoghue.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for coming on. So it is Shane versus Mick versus Scott, and the format is our classic crappy quiz with a series of questions on the Olympic Games. The Summer Olympic Games is going to be our theme throughout. There will be a numbers round, there will be a rapid fire at the end. You can podcast the crappy quiz on otbsports.com or on the OTB Sports app, and if you're watching on YouTube, please make sure to click the thumbs up, even if we've contributed nothing but misery to your day. And please send any questions you have via postcard to Crappy Quiz Quizmaster, Off the Ball Towers, Marconi House, Diggs Lane, Dublin 2. Round 1 is the boring questions round. It is never multiple choice. Scott, you are first up. Can you name the top 3 nations in the medal table at London 2012 in order?
USA, China, Australia.
Oh, he's so close. You were just off the mark with 3. I think you rushed in a little too closely there, or too quickly. Anyone, lads? Anyone know who came third?
Russia.
No. Where were the games on?
Britain.
Great Britain managed to crack the top 3. Super Saturday. Clearly it didn't do anything for you, lads. Mick, Mick, question 1 for you. Name the last Irish person to receive an Olympic medal in athletics.
Rob Heffernan.
Correct. Trick question. Were you you didn't have any doubts about that one?
No, I think he got that a bit late though, didn't he? Was that the one he
got it late, exactly. So
yeah. No, I thought it was pretty
straightforward. Athletics question for an athletics man. You go 1-0 up, Mick. Your kind of modesty has served you well so far. Shane, you've got a chance here to draw level with Mick. Ireland will have their hat in the ring for the rugby sevens, of course, in Tokyo. But can you tell me who won gold in either the men's or the women's in the sport in Rio 2016?
The men was New Zealand.
Ooh, just off the mark. It was Fiji. Fiji won the men, and the women was won by Australia at the Rio Olympics. So, Mick, you're the only person to score in round 1. You're 1-0 up as we move into round 2, which is the Mastermind Specialist Subject round. So the three of you come to today's crappy quiz with a very particular set of skills that you've acquired over a very long career. Those skills are, of course, an in-depth knowledge on badminton, marathon running and hockey. This round will test your knowledge on how well you know your own sport at the Olympics. Scott. China are top of the all-time medals table for badminton at the Summer Olympics with 18 gold medals. Can you tell me who is second in the table? Feel free to run us through your answers here and let us know about all your knowledge.
It's got to be between Korea, Japan, and Indonesia.
So you've whittled
Don't
it
think
down.
Malaysia is there either. So it's Korea, Japan, or Indonesia. I am going to go with. What am I going to go with? I'll go with Indonesia.
Boom, correct. 7 gold medals. South Korea have 6. South Korea have more medals, but Indonesia have more gold medals. Fair play, that was a good answer. Under pressure as well, Scott, you've levelled it up. Mick, to go back into the lead. Can you name any of the athletes that have won the marathon at the Olympics on 2 different occasions?
2 different occasions. That was a good one. Let me think back.
I think I have the answer for that, actually.
Kipchoge, you won it twice. Oh God, hold on, my mind is just going back into.
Who's saying they know the answer there? Was that Scott or was that Shane? I can't see your
That
face.
was me. It's not.
Kierpinski,
Is that your answer, Mick?
the East German player.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Is that your final answer?
We'll go with that.
Correct. Yeah,
Whoa.
Kierpinski, 76 and 80.
I
And
wasn't even sure if I said his name right there.
I just followed your lead. I was going to go with Sierpinski myself. And the other one?
That was you won.
The other
Oh,
one.
there's 2, is there?
There is 2. Well, sorry, you get the point. Don't worry. All I needed was 1. But in case anybody was wondering, the other one
There
was
is another one.
Yeah, Abebe Bikila in 1960 and
Oh
1964.
yeah, going back. Yeah.
From Ethiopia. Ran it barefoot in 1960. Shane,
Hard.
question 2 for you. The women's field hockey decider in Rio was decided via a penalty shootout as Great Britain won gold. But can you give me the year in which we last saw a men's final at the Olympics decided by a penalty shootout or penalty strokes?
Was it Beijing?
It wasn't Beijing. It was Sydney. It was Netherlands beating South Korea in 2000.
Oh, yeah.
So, Mick, you've gone 2-0 up on Shane. You're 2-1 up on Scott there. The scores as we move into round 3, which is the measurements of the games round. This round is very simple. I'll give you 3 different measurements that are associated with the Olympic events, and all you got to do is tell me which is the largest number. So, Scott, you're first up. Which of these is the largest number? A, the average length of a boat in rowing's double sculls. B, the length of the long jump world record. Or C, the width of a badminton court.
That's tough. I'll go with the long jump.
Going with the long jump very tentatively.
No, hold on a sec. I'm just trying to think. Long jump.
What are you stuttering over?
I'm going between long jump and the badminton court.
Right.
Jeez, I'm gonna have to go with the badminton court. Actually, I'll go with that.
Gonna go with the badminton court. Final answer. It's not the badminton court. It wasn't the long jump either. The answer was the double sculls boat, which is 10.4 meters long on average, according to the Olympics website. Which I couldn't believe either. I would have gone for the other 2 as well. But it's longer than you might suspect. So 10.4 meters. The long jump record is 8.95 meters, and a badminton court is 6.1 meters wide. As you
I was close.
So unfortunately, no points for you in that one. Mick, to continue your perfect start, which of these is the largest number? The high jump world record, Usain Bolt's height, or Michael Phelps's wingspan? So the high jump world record, the height of Usain Bolt, or the wingspan of Michael Phelps?
High jump world record.
Correct. 3 from 3, 2.45 metres. Phelps' wingspan is only a little over 2 metres, and Bolt is 1.95 metres.
Shane, we're in trouble here.
Oh,
Serious trouble. Shouldn't have signed on in the first place.
I just been lucky.
listen, any viewers and listeners to the Crappy Quiz, which I'm sure all three of you are, I'm sure you're all loyal viewers, will know that anything can change in round 4 and 5. So there's plenty of time. But Shane, to round off round 3 here, which of the following numbers is the highest? The number of total goals scored in men's hockey at the 2016 Olympics, not including penalty shootouts. The number of total medals won by the United States at the 2016 Olympics. Or the number of total nations competing at the 2020 Olympics. So goals scored in men's hockey at the 2016 Games, total medals won by the States at the 2016 Games, or total nations competing at this year's Games.
I'm going to go with gold medals won by the States.
It's not. It's actually the countries would have been correct. 206 countries. USA only won 121 medals. There were 189 goals in the hockey in men's hockey at the 2016 Olympics. This was
we didn't contribute too many to those.
That was the greatest tournament in the history of sport. 189 couldn't get over that, but not enough to usurp to 206. So that would have been the correct answer. Shane, you've yet to get off the mark, but you're keeping your powder dry for the high scoring rounds that are coming up. The scores are Mick on 3, Scott on 1. Shane yet to get off the mark as we enter round 4. Round 4 is the fun free magic number round. Contestants get 3 points for getting the number exactly right. If no one manages that, the nearest contestant who doesn't go bust gets 2 points. The second closest gets 1 point. I'm going to state that we can only accept the answer that's written on your paper. I'm also going to have to ask for your pens once the music ends. So, Shane has stormed off in the most polite moment of petulance this quiz has ever seen. We will never see him again. He's still in the Zoom call. Oh, he's back. Shane, you're welcome back. We thought you'd walked away there.
A napkin. That's the best I can do then. It's not to go, lads.
Listen, napkin is the precise standard we're looking for on the Crappy Quiz here. So just a reminder of the rules here. I'm going to give you 4 numbers. You got to add them up in your total. Whoever comes closest to the exact number will get 2 points. If you manage to get it bang on, you'll get 3 points. However, if you go bust, if you go over the number, you're completely out of contention. So you won't even be in it with a shout of getting the 2 points. So all those things considered, give me the following number if you wouldn't mind. The number of Olympic gold medals Simone Biles has won, plus the number of gold medals Ireland has ever won in boxing at the Olympics, gold medals, plus the number of gold medals Mark Spitz won at the 1972 Games, plus the total number of Irish athletes who are set to compete in Tokyo. You've got 30 seconds and they expire when Sinatra sings Bright Shiny Beats. So, the number of Olympic gold medals Simone Biles has won, plus the number of gold medals Ireland have ever won in boxing at the Olympics, the number of gold medals Mark Spitz won at the 1972 Olympics, and then finally the number of Irish athletes who are set to compete in Tokyo. Add them all up, what do you get? Pens down. I'm trusting again. I'm kind of blind as to who's got pens down. You could all be cheating for all I know and I'm aware of at this point. Scott, you may as well go first here. What have you got?
I said it's 67.
67. Mick?
130.
130, is it?
130.
Okay, Shane?
80.
80. So Scott, what was yours again?
67.
67. Mick. I mean, the answer is 129. You went one over Which, so despite being one off, being way closer than Scott and Shane, I have to rule you out. And Shane, who is like 50 off the mark, gets 2 points and is back in the game immediately. Scott, you get 1 point for getting the second closest.
I knew the rules. I knew what I was getting myself in for there. So
Mick, listen, you played with fire. I appreciate this. I appreciate it. You went for the bullseye and it just didn't work out exactly.
I'm actually amazed I got so close. That was pure luck.
So the number of Olympic goals that Simone Biles has won is 4. The number of gold medals Ireland has ever won in boxing is 2. Katie Taylor and Michael Carruth. Mark Spitz won 7 gold medals at the 1972 Olympic Games. And there are 116 Irish athletes set to go to Tokyo. Did you go 117 with that? Or did you have everything else correct?
Myself?
Yeah, Mick.
I just added, it kind of was a rough estimation, but I think the number of Irish athletes was in my head from hearing it during the week.
Yeah, it was.
And then the boxing I was kind of thought was about 2 or 3, and the other ones are a little kind of a guess, I suppose. But
I had 6, 4, 7, and obviously I was way off with the team of the Irish athletes.
Right, it's the biggest ever.
It's a much bigger team than ever, isn't it? It's way up from.
Couple of teams.
Women's hockey's there as well. Is there rugby sevens as well?
Sevens brings up the number considerably as well, for sure. So 129 was the answer there. The good news, Mick, is that you're still in the lead, but it is a fascinating conclusion in store. We move on to the final. It is the no theme in particular, ridiculously easy rapid fire round. So the score you get in this round will be added to your score in the previous round. There will be 40 seconds on a timer for everyone to answer from the same set of questions. So we're going to start with the person with the highest number of points, which is Mick, then onto the person in second, and then onto the person in third. Now, because we have a tie between Scott and Shane, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a very quick sort of repechage here as a tiebreaker to decide who actually gets to go second. So it's an Ireland caps tiebreaker. It's a non-Olympics question. We're breaking away from the Olympics for just one moment here. And it is Scott versus Shane. So it is Scott who gets to decide if you want to go first or second here. I'm going to give you a caps and you get to decide whether you want to go first or second in deciding the correct number here. What do you want, Scott?
I'll go second.
You'll go second. So Shane, how many Ireland caps does David McGoldrick have?
Let's say 45.
45. Scott, what do you think?
What, are going to go 1 up or one below?
The smart move. This guy knows the quiz. This guy's been listening.
44. I'll go 1 lower. 44.
Boom. Yeah, you're much more correct. 14 is the answer, by the way. So neither of you are very correct whatsoever. But you're more correct than Shane was. So Scott, you have the honour of going second. Shane, you'll have to go third. Mick, you are leading us off here. So if you get a question correct, I will keep asking you questions and they keep accumulating until you get one wrong. Then once you get one wrong, you get deducted a point and I move on to the next person. There'll be no time wasting. I'll just deduct a point for anyone who's looking to time waste. So it's Mick, Scott, and then Shane as I set my scoreboard up here. So Mick, are you ready?
Right. Ready for action.
Your 40 seconds starts now. What was the first Australian city to host the Olympic Games?
Melbourne.
Correct. In what year did Team USA last not win gold in men's basketball at the Olympics?
88.
No, 04. Name the head coach of the Irish women's hockey team, Scott.
Haven't a clue.
No, Sean the answer. In what city did the 1988 Olympics take place, Shane?
Seoul.
Correct. Name any of the events Jesse Owens won gold in at the 1936 Olympics.
Is that for me?
Yeah.
I'm waiting.
Too long. Who was the reigning men's champ in singles tennis at the Olympics, Mick?
Djokovic.
No, it's Andy Murray. It's Andy Murray, which means you've ended up on a score of -1 from the rapid fire, which brings you back to 2. Scott, you started on 2, ended up on -1, which brings you back to 1. Shane, you stay as you are. You got 1 correct and then got 1 wrong, which brings you from 2 to keep you at 2, which means we have a tie between Mick and Shane, which means we go to the tiebreaker once again. We're doing this all over again, guys. So it is Mick against Shane for the title of Crappy Quiz Champion Olympian. So
At least we're all above zero anyway.
it's true. It's true. It's a good outcome. Shane, I'll give you the honour. Do you want to go first or second this time as we go around?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Shane, you'll go first. I like the confidence. So, how many Ireland caps does Trevor Brennan have?
Gonna say 30.
30. Mick?
45.
45. The answer is 12. So Shane is closer to 12. Shane, you are the winner. Congratulations.
Don't believe it.
What a comeback.
Look, I have to say, I never wrote myself off.
Listen, I mean, this is genuinely, this is like Robbie Keane's goal in Nagasaki in 2002 all over again. Shane O'Donoghue, the comparisons have come full circle. Victory speech, take it away.
Look, listen, it was a good run with the two boys, but I just kept myself in the game, and no, I actually spoofed my way through that.
Well done, Shane. Well deserved.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Good fun as always.
It's such an unpredictable quiz, Shane. You never know what's gonna.
You just never
come
know.
down the track.
You never know what the crappy quiz. Guys, great to be joined by you, and enjoy the Olympic Games. And before anyone corrects me, I know it was Ibaraki in 2002, not Nagasaki. I misspoke. But congratulations to Shane O'Donoghue. You are the Olympian crappy quiz champion.
Thanks, boys. Thank you very much.
Well done, lads.
See you again.
Take it easy.